My name is John. I'm a video maker, and this is a video called A Woman's Fantasy. This is your vacation. You waited a while for this, and it wasn't as hard as you thought it would be. Uber came on time. Everybody at the hotel when you arrived was really nice. The room was clean, and now you're out on the beach very early in the morning. There's not a lot of people around, maybe a jogger or two, and you found a place that's very private, and you're laying down your towel, and you're laying down and you're facing the sun, and it feels so nice and warm. Even the beach is sort of warm. The sun has already warmed it up a little bit. And you're listening to the waves, and you're kind of in a dreamy state. And as you're laying there, you're kind of playing with your hair and wondering, how did I get so lucky? Well, you play with your hair, and you're running your fingers through your hair. And you run your fingers from the top of your head down to the bottom of your hair, and you're stroking it softly. And then you let your fingers go a little bit further to the bottom of your hair, maybe to just below your chin. And then you let your fingers go a little bit lower. And you're feeling around through your swimsuit top, and you're trying to find your nipples. And you're working with one hand, and you find that the nipple's getting a little bit hard, that it's standing up a little bit, and so you start making small circles with your finger around and around and around your nipple, and your nipple gets hard, and then you bring up your other hand and you feel for your other nipple. And you go around and around and around with your finger, and you find that nipple is standing up, and that nipple's hard. And you're going around and around and around. And then you kind of think, what would it be like if somebody was with me? Well, I'm sort of with you. So maybe you're thinking, I'll let John put the tip of his tongue to the tip of my nipple. And so you pull down your top, and I touch the tip of my tongue to the tip of your nipple, and I go around in slow circles. I go around and around and around, and it's so relaxing, and the sun is so warm, and the waves sound so nice. And then I move my head to the other side, and I start moving my tongue around the tip of your nipple, around and around and around and around. And then I decide, well, maybe I'll go a little bit lower. So I move my head from your chest down to your stomach, and I sort of kind of kiss your stomach a little bit, and I keep going down a little bit further, and I get to where your hairline is, and I start kind of moving my tongue around and around. And then I move a little bit lower, and I'm searching for your vagina. And I find your vagina, and my tongue is going up and down and up and down and up and down the outside of your vagina. But then your vagina, just like a flower, opens up, and my tongue goes inside your vagina, and I lift my tongue up to the tip of your clitoris. And I move my tongue around the tip of your clitoris. And I move it around and around the tip of your clitoris. And your clitoris is sort of standing up a little bit, and I still move my tongue around and around the tip of your clitoris. Then I move my tongue a little bit lower, and I can feel your white honey starting to come out. And I move my tongue to the wall, to your vagina, and I put my tongue inside your vagina, And I move my tongue around and around and around the walls of your vagina. And inside, you're starting to feel deep inside, you're starting to feel your white honey is starting to move. It's starting to move outward. It's starting to move downwards. It's starting to move towards your vagina, towards the opening of your vagina. And my tongue is going around and around the walls of your vagina, around and around and around. And you can feel your white honey surging outward and moving towards the opening of your vagina. And my tongue is moving in and out and in and out and in and out of your vagina. And you can't hold it anymore. Finally, the white honey comes flying out of your vagina all over my face. And it's running down my face and it's running down my chin. And I'm drinking it, but there's just so much of it, I can't drink it all. And I'm drinking as much as I can, but it's flowing out of my mouth. It's flowing down my chin. It's flowing, down my neck. And you finally have this final surge of pleasure. And that's a woman's fantasy.